morning, it's Les from Marketing. I hope you're doing very well this morning indeed. I just thought I'd do a quick video audit for Plymouth Dental Centre of Excellence because I can see there's huge scope for your business to expand. Now, I'm going to start this video audit with a huge apology because I already know that you must get 100, if not thousands, of emails and cold calls from strangers saying, "Oh, I'll get you on the first page of Google," and I know that because I get the same thing even though I help run a digital marketing agency. It's extremely frustrating, especially when I can tell they've spammed and they haven't actually looked into my business and they don't know who I am or what I'm about. So I thought I'd actually show you a video where, one, I can show you the value of what a detailed SEO campaign would do for Plymouth Dental, and I can assure you it's certainly increasing your revenue by up to £250,000 a year. I'll show you how I got that figure in a moment. It's extraordinary. But more importantly, just a few things that you'd actually be able to change yourselves without the help of an agency to just get that ball rolling for you. So let's start by just jumping straight into the numbers and explain that figure, £250,000, because that is a figure to be excited about. And as a clinic that clearly wants to expand, you probably want to know why this guy is just yelling at you these random figures, where he's coming from. So I'm just going to show you some data that Google has shared with us. At the moment, we know that 1,900 people are looking for a dentist in Plymouth every single month, and this is unique visitors. But what we also know is that 42% of them are clicking on the first link of Google. Now, if that website, and I believe the people at the top at the moment would be Hartley Dental, if those people have got a website that's good enough to convert, we'd expect around about a 10% conversion rate. We personally work closer to around about 13% conversion rate, but if we take the average website, it's fair to say that around about 1 in 10 people who are going on that website are actually picking up the phone to potentially book an appointment and do business with you. Now here I've done a little bit of guessing. I said that the average sale that you get from a customer is around about £300 every single year. Now, hopefully, I'd be right in saying that's actually quite a conservative figure, and what you might find is that the average price point for your customer could be a lot higher, in which case I'd suggest putting your own figure in there. But we know that if you were to be at the top of that, the top of the list, ranking highly in Google for that keyword, that would equate to approximately £23,000 in sales every single month, which I'm sure you'd agree is an extraordinary amount. In fact, if you were to rank for all three of these keywords, and these are just three, there's a lot more keywords that we can get you ranking for. These are just a few that I picked out that I can see your competitors were ranking for. We'd be looking at an extra £26,000 a month in revenue. Now, these are figures that are actually taken from Google. But even if I was off by 50%, I think you'd probably be extremely excited to have that kind of revenue coming into your business. So let's show you why it is that you're missing out on that opportunity at the moment, and what it is that Hartley Dental are doing better, which is something that you could improve on. So if we take Plymouth Dental and we use this free bit of software here to look at two factors, your page titles and your H1 tags, these essentially are words that you're using on your page titles to let Google decide whether or not you're relevant for a customer typing in a dentist in Plymouth or a private dentist in Plymouth. And we can see that you have the words Plymouth scattered in a lot of your page titles, which is great. You have dentists in a few of them, but you don't have them together. You also don't have private dentist anywhere. In fact, you've got the name Plymouth Dental Centre of Excellence and family dentists everywhere, but we know that not as many people are necessarily looking for that as they are just a dentist in Plymouth. What I also have picked up on is that you don't have a lot of page titles, something that I know Hartley do. If we look at the headings for each of those pages, we can see that also we've got Emergency Dentist Plymouth, which is great. Plymouth Dental Centre of Excellence. In fact, that's a good idea. Let's see how many people are looking for an emergency dentist in Plymouth. That'd be interesting. Ugh. 1,300 people a month. It's extraordinary. So we'd want to focus on those keywords as well. 1300. There we go. So I don't normally do this, just improvising, but there we go. We've essentially just doubled the amount of revenue that we could get if we targeted that as a primary keyword. So we'd want that scattered in your page titles and your H1 tags a lot more to be able to really make the most. I mean, this is just incredible revenue to be adding to your business. And what I will just point out is that you wouldn't have had to have done anything. All you actually have to do is just show up for your customers who are clearly actively looking for these keywords every single month. It really is quite extraordinary. So let's just have a look to see what Hartley Dental have done with their page titles and what they've done with their H1 tags. And you'll see there's definitely a pattern here. I think the first thing that you'll notice is that they've probably got a lot more page titles with those keywords scattered in. And it'd be interesting to see what they've done with their H1 tags as well. So dentist Plymouth, dentist in Plymouth, UK, dental fillings Plymouth. You can see they've really just gone to town with these keywords, can't you? To make sure they've just littered their page titles with them and littered a lot of page titles with them. Let's see what they've done with their H1 tags as well. Oh, Hartley Dental. Okay, so they're missing a trick there. They really could add a little bit more variety in there to just potentially appear for a few more keywords. So again, that's something that you guys could start applying immediately just to get the edge over Hartley Dental. It would be extraordinary to watch you do that. Again, something that I will point out is this is just one factor that could change your rankings. There's around about 200 different things that Google uses to see how relevant you are. This being one, but an important one. Thankfully, being Google certified partners, we know what those 200 are, so we can change your website in accordance with that to make sure you're really getting all those people who are clearly looking for you and want to pick up the phone to use you. It's extraordinary. As a company, we've been doing this for about 14 years now, so we're fully committed nerds that know what we're doing at this point, and we've had the privilege of working with companies who have just been startups all the way through to established businesses that have been going a couple of decades, and even some that have even been on the verge of bankruptcy until we came in. In fact, I'll give you an example of one of our customers. If you were to type in a nursing agency in Paynton at the moment, you'd see our client, Ocean Healthcare, hold that top spot. When we visited Ken a couple of years ago, he was rightfully very, very skeptical with the service that we could provide. He'd had those emails and those phone calls. In fact, he'd had friends who'd called in marketing experts, and he said at best, those marketing experts just lost them a load of money. So when he even signed the proposal that we sent him, he said, you know what, guys, I'm very, very skeptical. I don't see the value, but I'm just going to give it a go. And at that time, he was working from a small rented office in a local college in Paynton. And I'm pleased to say a few years down the line, Ken has seen the value as he's grown from that office to multiple offices all across Devon and arguably become one of the leading healthcare providers across Devon. And we're going to be doing the exact same thing for him in Somerset. Detailed SEO campaigns work because we live in the 21st century now, which means that we could pay a fortune for Google AdWords. We could pay to have articles about us in local newspapers. But the easiest thing we can do is to just appear organically for the people that are looking for us every single month. So I hope you've been able to get some great value from this. I'll get my colleague Lindsay to give you a call in a couple of weeks to see if you've been able to change those page titles, maybe add a few more on effectively. But if there's anything I can do to help in the meantime, just let me know. You might be thinking, as you're watching this video, you know what, Les, this is great. Getting an extra £500,000 in revenue in the next 12 months would be lovely. What's the catch? And in this video, I want to be completely transparent with you with the contingencies that this would occur for. The first catch would be that these results don't happen overnight. And you might be thinking, okay, thank goodness for that. Because you might not be able to handle that kind of volume of customers coming onto your books. You might not be able to expand that quickly. That's okay. This would take around about 6 months to occur. But it would mean that slowly and surely you could see the number of phone calls increase, and it could prepare you for that expansion. The other one, of course, is that you've probably been able to guess this already. We can only work with one dental practice in Plymouth. It would be unethical of us to rank other companies against each other for the same industry and the same keywords. We don't do that. So I've created video audits like this for other dental practices that I know are spending money on Google AdWords and want to expand. But it means that we don't want to deal in false scarcity. But if you are interested, please do let us know ASAP so we can start working together, because clearly there's an opportunity to grow and we want to help a company do that. So it might as well be you. Let me know your thoughts. I hope you get on with the changes okay. But in the interim, I look forward to speaking to you. You take care. Thank you.